I think after today, McDonald's better pay me something for advertising that I work in McDonald's. Dear residents of Bukit Batok and my fellow Singaporeans, thank you for braving the very bad haze today to come and join us at this rally. My fellow Singaporeans, no matter which constituency you stay, we are all Singaporeans, and I am glad that you all came here to support the SDP as a fellow Singaporeans. Thank you. Tonight, I am very proud to stand here in this Bukit Batok SMC to share with you people about what I know about your candidate, Mr. Sada, or Sada as what I affectionately call him. I have known Sada since 2011 when he stood as a SDP candidate for Woodland Sembawang. I worked with him on the ground back then in 2011. I have observed how easy it is to work with him. He always believed in consensus of the team, always very open to suggestion and not push his stand to us. But when it comes to issues and policies, he stands firm on speaking up for the people. Having served in several capacity as grassroots organization of Ayer Rajah constituency under former PAP MP and presidential candidate Dr. Tan Cheng Bock. With his experience, Mr. Sada would be a very good MP, not just managing your town council, but he will be taking the residents of Bukit Batok concern to the parliament. He will be, and definitely he will be, your voice in parliament. The campaign message of our opponent is that SDP proposed policy will bankrupt Singapore. The SDP is not asking for handout. We are asking that priorities be put right. We must place the welfare of the people our top priority. How much does it cost to see a doctor nowadays for a simple flu? I remember a time where I paid only 15 to 20. Now it is almost double the amount. The older we become, the more care we need. How come it costs so much to get medical treatment? Why don't we improve our hospital facilities? Our hospitals are overcrowded now. For those of us who have been hospitalized, how long does it take for us to get a bed? 6 or 12 hours or more. When we go to hospital these days, we are not treated like a patient. We are treated like a customer because the medical service are too profit-orientated. Healthcare is a very basic human need, not buy and sell. Furthermore, Singapore is getting more and more expensive to live in. HDB used to be affordable. Then in 1987, the government started to include land prices in the cost of the HDB flat. Prices started to go up sharply after that. Cars used to be affordable. Then, in 1990, the government started this scheme called COE, where we have to pay to get a piece of paper even before we buy the car. These are big-ticket items which no longer affordable to us. Cars are not merely luxury items for the rich, but cars are essential for some of the professionals who depend on it for livelihood, like the salespeople, who depend on a personal vehicle to travel around Singapore. COE prices for commercial vehicles has shot up. SME companies who depend on lorries and vans like the contractor, the delivery, the movers, are suffering because they cannot afford to pay for their fleets of lorries and vans. What about COE for motorcycles? It used to be for the lower income group who needs to move around but cannot afford a car. They cannot afford a car and choose motorcycle as it is the cheapest mode of transport. With COE at 6,000 plus, they can no longer afford it. What will then happen to their livelihood? The COE has a very big impact on the daily life of you and me. Due to the high COE, delivery charges, dispatch services are all affected. The cost has been passed on to the consumer. If you notice that these days, when you call the plumber, for example, before they even start the repair, they will have to charge you 50 to 80 just for transportation. What about the prices of our daily necessity? How much did a can of green tea cost you in 2011? 110 or 120? How much does it cost now? 150 in most places, and I got a shock. At the kopitiam in Changi Village, it charged me 180. A plate of noodles can cost up to $10 at a food court. These days in the big malls, are we not going to eat just because it is expensive? These prices, mind you, are driven up because of the high rental costs of the store, the delivery company delivering the ingredients to you. The ingredients itself, it is all interlinked. It is a vicious cycle. At the end of the day, the rising costs are passed on to us Singaporeans. Do we still want to give a blank check to PAP? The SDP has been working tirelessly, making door-to-door visits, conducting walkabout at the constituency that we are contesting in, putting every effort to get our message across to you, our voters. This election, the SDP is offering you alternative policy. We have spent effort and time to research and crafted it. We hope we are able to bring these alternative policies to the Parliament and speak up for you. But to do that, you have to first vote for the SDP, vote for us, vote for our 11 candidates into the Parliament, vote for Mr. Sada, so that he can be your voice in Parliament. Your vote is secret. Please vote for the SDP without fear. I want to remind the voters again, please remember to put a cross next to our logo and our candidate picture. Your vote is important to us. Please do not scribble anything else because it might be considered a void vote. Your vote is very important to us. Every vote counts. Vote for SDP. Vote for Mr. Sada. Vote for us to be in your voice in Parliament. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bukit Batok residents. Thank you, my fellow Singaporeans. Good evening. Good night.